From the University of Virginia's Miller Center, this is American Forum.
I think that's where some of this has some real specific relevance to the present when we try to understand the origins of racial attitudes that seem to linger longer than would make sense, but the scientists who are in the orbit of all of this
Right.
are in fact the most prominent, most famous, biggest
Right.
minds in the country.
Exactly. Henry Fairfield Osborne, who was one of the founders of the Bronx Zoo and who was very much involved in Ota Benga's exhibition, he was at the time the nation's leading scientist, considered the most eminent scientist of his time, the man who named the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right, who became famous and later, a few years later, went on to lead the American Museum of Natural History for 25 years, a leading scientist at Columbia University, the Dean of Science at Columbia University at this time. So yeah, these were not like some, marginal people. These were important men of science who supported and abetted this exhibition.
These leading voices in American science at the time are really saying, no, it doesn't have anything to do with disliking black people.
This is science.
It's just science.
Right.
This is the missing link.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a perversion of Darwinian theory, but some of these figures, I mean, they remain very prominent.
Very prominent.
All the way up to the era of World War II.
Exactly.
Some of them are very affirming of early Nazi racial policies.
Yes,
in the
Madison Grant, who was the zoological secretary at the time, who also was complicit in this exhibition, went on to write that infamous tract, right, that Hitler would say was his Bible, a book that called for the elimination of inferior races from the United States, ideas that helped inform Hitler.
The book is Spectacle, The Astonishing Life of Ota Benga.
This is American Forum.